Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. My name is David Millar. I'm with Fugro, and it's a great pleasure to be with you today at the International Ocean Data Conference. Thank you to the organizers for this opportunity to present on the private sector, a key data partner in implementing the Ocean Decade. The Ocean Decade will act as a framework to bring together generators and users of ocean science and advance ocean science priority actions in the quest for a sustainable ocean economy. As I'm sure you can appreciate, the private sector is very active in the development of a sustainable ocean economy, and as such, are both generators and users of ocean science. Private sector activities in support of the sustainable ocean economy are very broad and diverse, and characterization of the marine environment is occurring at scale all around the world within the private sector. This work is happening in numerous projects, in numerous sectors, and include offshore wind, seabed minerals, ports and harbors, fisheries and aquaculture, submarine cables, and energy resource management. The types of geodata collected on these projects is as diverse as the projects themselves. They span atmosphere, the ocean column, as well as the seafloor itself. The geodata acquired involve meteorological, oceanographic, geophysical, hydrographic, and environmental data, but also can include geospatial, geochemical, geotechnical, geodynamic, and geohazard data as well. Increasingly often, these data are integrated into a digital twin environment. So why are these data collected? Geodata are acquired during the entire life cycle of resource and infrastructure development projects that can span 25 to 30 years, from conception through to final decommissioning. As such, it provides a tremendously rich environment for the collection of time series information in the same geography or over an extended period of time. Geodata are acquired to support feasibility studies, permitting, design, engineering, construction, as well as the operation and maintenance, post-installation monitoring, and decommissioning of the infrastructure itself. All of this data is extremely valuable and supports all of these activities of the private sector owner and developer. But as you can imagine, this information could also be of great interest and support broader science, governance, and policy applications. As such, there's a great opportunity here for public-private partnership development. In addition, there's an unprecedented awareness of the oceans and the human impacts on the ocean. This is helping create this broad, favorable environment for public-private partnership development. We're seeing the expansion of the sustainable ocean economy. There's increasing expertise, resources, and activities within the private sector. The private sector is investing significantly in innovation and technology development. There's an increased focus on cross-sectoral collaboration and partnerships. And lastly, there's increasing emphasis on corporate sustainability and environmental, social, and governance aspects. Looking at ESG specifically, successful sustainable businesses adopt strategies that integrate financial, environmental, and social concerns. There's a need for businesses to balance people, planet, and profit, and increasingly, this is an expectation of shareholders, clients, employees, suppliers, and society at large. So with this background in mind, we have a wonderful opportunity for the establishment of public-private partnerships. Unlike on land, where public-private partnerships are actually quite mature and frameworks and mechanisms are quite established, that's not the case in the marine environment. Having said that, Fugro has been involved with several successful public-private partnerships in recent years, and I wanted to highlight one of those here. A public-private partnership is a co-investment by public and private sector actors to generate ocean science for mutual benefit. In this case, the Gulf Coast Ocean Observing System, HF radar system, there was an opportunity for collaboration and partnership between public, private, and academic entities. There was a collaboration between NOAA's Office of Integrated Ocean Observing Systems, the Gulf Coast Ocean Observing System, FUGRO, Texas A&M University, and the University of Southern Mississippi. These groups procured, installed, and are now operating HF radar systems on the Gulf Coast of the United States, and this is generating ocean surface current information that is of tremendous value to FUGRO constituents and Gulf Coast Ocean Observing System constituents via their network. Next, I wanted to highlight a recent partnership agreement that had been signed between FUGRO and IOC UNESCO. This partnership was established in September of 2021 with a focus to improve the coordination of and access to global ocean science data, particularly as it relates to the private sector. As you've seen, there is a lot of private sector data that is being collected, and we need to create mechanisms and frameworks that will allow public access to these data in an equitable manner. And as such, we are supporting IOC UNESCO in the establishment of these new Ocean Decade actions on data and private sector data. Recently, the Ocean Decade Data Coordination Group was established. It was established by the Secretariat of IOC UNESCO, and it was focused on strategic exchange and coordination between data generators, managers, and users. It recently formed after a public call for nominations, and it's comprised of 25 expert members. The first meeting was held on 16 December 2021, and the second meeting was just held within the last couple of weeks. A second Ocean Decade action, that is the Ocean Decade Private Sector Data Working Group, has yet to be established, but it is coming soon. It will also be established by the Secretariat of IOC UNESCO, and it will focus on increasing public access to private sector data through the development of equitable frameworks and mechanisms. It has yet to be formed, but a public call for nominations is expected in Q2 22. This group will be comprised of members from the private sector who own, hold, or collect ocean science data. So stand by. The call for nominations will be coming soon, and this will provide a wonderful opportunity for private sector entities that are involved in ocean science data collection to be able to participate, to engage in the decade, and to be able to make meaningful contributions towards the ocean that we want. And with that, I conclude my presentation. Thank you very much again for the opportunity, and I look forward to any Q&A that may happen. Thank you.